Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today you're checking out my new guide for the top 5 best ways to level up in ESO. So recently I decided to level up another character from 1 to 50, and I figured this would be a great time just to share what I do to level up quickly while also still enjoying the game. Basically mixing things up between these 5 different tips should help you get those levels that you need while also not going crazy from boredom. So let's get started. Starting off at number 5, let's talk about grinding mobs for experience. So this method is really effective, and basically the only reason why it's not higher on my list is because it can get boring pretty quickly. So what I'd recommend is mixing things up every hour or so and trying a new location to grind mobs. I do have a guide on my channel that shows some of the best solo XP grind spots in the game, so I'll try to link that in for you too. Just remember that you do get bonus experience by grouping up with a partner. So team up if possible, and make sure you have as many experience buffs up as you can, including full training gear and experience scrolls or potions. For number 4, we're going to be looking at exploration, and here I'm talking specifically about world map, delves, and dungeons. Every time you discover a new area on your map, you get experience, plus every time you clear a delve or a dungeon, you receive a big chunk of bonus experience too. And considering that you can get decent item set drops this way, lore books, sky shards, this method is actually really good to advance your character's skills at the same time that you're leveling up. And don't forget to grab those sky shards in every delve. Number 3 is going to be questing, and I put this higher up on my list because exploring the storyline of ESO is pretty rewarding and entertaining in itself, so I definitely recommend this. I wouldn't suggest completing every single quest though, because a lot of the minor quests tend to give you less experience. So just make sure you hit those big main story and chapter quest lines. Those tend to give out the biggest chunk of experience overall, and most times they will reward you with a skill point as well. Coming up at number 2, we've got a very specific type of grinding, and that's dolmen farming. And yes, this method can be slightly boring at times, but the rewards are actually well worth it. You can get great experience here, jewelry drops that can be deconstructed or sold. Not to mention that this is definitely the fastest way to level up your Fighter's Guild skill line, which is great for all characters, but especially stamina-based characters. The main trick here is that you never want to wait around at just one dolmen. You actually want to farm all 3 dolmens on the map, if you can, back to back to back. So as soon as you hit one, run to the nearest way shrine, port to the next one, and keep doing it over and over. Another tip here is that ranged builds definitely do better than melee characters for this type of farming. So grab a bow or a staff and make sure you tag every single enemy you can for the maximum XP. Alright, so coming in finally at number 1, we have my favorite method for gaining experience right now in the game, and that's daily group rewards. So there are some limitations here to start with. Basically, you can only do a few of these per day. You can do the random group finder, the random dungeon basically, or the random battleground. So that's only 2 rewards per day if you happen to complete both. But the experience you can earn here by completing the daily reward is the most I've seen by far in the game that you can earn at one time. The key here is to make sure that your experience bonuses like scrolls and potions are active as soon as the battleground or dungeon is complete, and this basically maximizes the total experience you will earn. In the battlegrounds clip I'm showing, I earned actually 3 levels at once, which is just insane for just putting in a couple minutes of playtime. And notice that my team didn't even come in first place, we actually got second, but that's all we needed to get the bonus experience. As I mentioned, dungeons also have their own random group reward. On a new character, you can sometimes get more experience because you have the bonus group reward, as well as the experience for completing the dungeon quest if it's your first time through that dungeon. So overall, definitely try to complete 1 or 2 of these every day. And when you're done with the dailies, you can just go back and do any of the other methods in this video. Alright everybody, so that's been my top 5 best ways to level up in ESO. I hope you learned a thing or two. I've actually leveled a character from 1 to 35 in about 1 or 2 days using all 5 of these methods just mixing it up, and I haven't even played that many hours, just a few hours here and there every day. So definitely give it a shot. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are there any methods that I missed? How do you level up in the game? Let us know. And as always, make sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Why the heck not? It's free and it helps me out. So until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.